fuming. I was fuming. So, welcome everybody. This is what we're starting with. Look at this in the back of my car. Okay, so what happened was, very grateful, Nick turned around and said, I'm going to load everything up in the car so it's ready to go to the tip tomorrow. And I'm like, that's brilliant, thanks. Brilliant. Anyway, the next day I go out and this is what I find. This is what I find. Has anyone gone to the tip? Right, so if you've gone to the tip, you know what it's like. You get there, certain things go in certain places and you can't put certain things in certain places. Now, I would be there for hours taking up a space in that tip if I didn't sort this out prior. I mean, if you're going to put it in the back of the car, you've got to organise it. And when I moaned it, I did. I moaned. I was like, you actually taking the piss? He was like, I thought I did a pretty good job. I'm like, really? No, I was not happy. I was not happy. Anyway, I've given it a sort out. And I've taken all my anger and rage out on everything that I packed away. And it's felt the wrath of Gabby. I will tell you that. So I've bagged it all up, got it organised so that when I go to certain areas, I know what I'm taking and I don't have to organise it. So once I'd done that, it was time to crack on with cleaning out these cupboards. Yes, look at that face. I decided to take everything out because I've noticed every time something gets pulled out, there's crumbs falling out and it drives me up the wall because then it brings crumbs onto the worktops. And then once crumbs are on the worktops, it starts going onto the floor and it's a whole horrible circle. It's the circle of life, Simba. So I am climbing up here to get everything out of the food cupboard and I'm going to have a little bit of an organise, have a little see what's in date and what's out of date because there's probably something in there. There always is. If you hear cars going past me and raindrops, I'm sat in the car. I am. This is everything I've pulled out of the cupboards. Yes. And this is everything that's in there. It's not bad. It's been worse. You know it. You know it. It's been worse. But it's still grating on me. I can feel things on there. There's a bit of popcorn there, look. Just that lonely bit of popcorn. Looks like something a dentist has left behind. And I'm also going to do the very top as well. I've not been up here for a while. Hello, wall. Not seen you in a while. I got these 43p from Sainsbury's. And I'm using my bathroom cleaner. Yeah, because I like the smell of it. I do. So I thought I'm going to use you. And you're going up here and you're going in the cupboards as well because it smells nice. But I hope everyone's okay. How is everybody? I am sat in my car, but I'm sat here with chest pain again. I've got it again. I've had it since yesterday evening. I was struggling to move again in bed. I think it's a strained muscle. I could be wrong. I'm having no joy with the doctors whatsoever. And it's just, the thing is, I've looked at symptoms for various different things. Believe you me, I've gone on Dr. Google and I've scared myself shitless. I've had a look at all sorts and strained muscle sounds the most accurate, but I don't know how I would have done it. Like, I don't know how or when, because the only thing I can think of is I remember lifting up really high to try and, that's what I got out of there. It's not a lot, but it's enough. It's enough that shouldn't be in there while we're putting our fresh food in there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Nick's put a new washing line up for me and he's put it at his height and not mine. So when I reach up to try and tighten it around the tightener, I can't reach that high. And that's the only time I've stretched up, and I did have to really stretch, like I was tiptoeing and really stretching. And yeah, I was getting a bit annoyed with it. But I don't remember it causing any like pain. I don't know. And then that night was when I started to get the pain. But it's just weird how I've been okay and it's come back again now. But anyway, I don't think it's anything serious. I haven't got a cough. I'm not coughing up anything. You know, I've just got pain. I can't put my chin to my chest and I can't turn my head properly. But there we go. It's life. The doctors don't want to see you. And if you're too complicated, they'll say sit down A&E for 8 hours. And then what they'll do is they'll say, we haven't got a blooming clue. Contact your doctor if it gets worse. Which the doctor's going to say, go back to A&E because it's got worse. And then you're fucked. Anyway, I've just dropped my son down, my Oscar, and his friends down for their little car meet. And it was quite funny because I cooked a curry tonight. I did a korma curry with garlic and coriander, bread, naan breads, poppadoms and all that shenanigans. It was bloody lovely. And we're sat in the car and I'm dropping them down there and I was like, I can feel a fart come in. And then instantly in sync, they both started winding their windows down. And I went, don't worry, it's not left the building yet. Once it's left the building, I'll let you know. Anyway, we're going along, and I can't breathe. I'm laughing so hard. They're both just like head out the window. And then I was like, I can feel it's moving down, but it hasn't left yet. So stop stressing about it. And then that was it. As soon as the words came out of my mouth, and I've eaten curry tonight, that was it. I just couldn't stop laughing. So fun. That poor boy, honestly, like, he gets his friend picked up as well, and yeah, that's his mother. That's his mother. It's all laughs though, isn't it? It's all funny. It is raining, it is cold, and I just don't understand what the hell's going on this year. Like, I've never in my 39 years of life known a summer to be like this. Like, this is beyond ridiculous now. I can see it getting to the point where we're going to have hot Christmas. It's going to be like flipping Australia here in England. We're going to be outside cooking up the barbecue on Christmas Day. And then in Australia, they're going to be really cold, and they're going to be having their roast dinners by a log fire in cabins. It's not on. It's not on. I like it how it was. Can we please keep it that way? But it ain't happening. So what I'm doing is I'm using these little containers that I had in the fridge, and I'm going to use them for the baking stuff. So I've put all like the cake making stuff in one, flour and sugary bits in another, and I'm putting all the cake stuff on the top shelf with all the other bits, like, you know, like gravy and suet and all that. Is that how you say it? Is that how you say it? Thank God I'm not, no one around me. I'm thinking, what the hell? This person doesn't know how to say something. By the way, that said the second month of 2024. So that was disgusting. Found that in there. And then on the next shelf, I'm going to organise things like essentials for dinner. Like the pasta, the noodles. When you've got teenage boys in the house, when you've got a lot of super noodle packets. But yeah, pasta, rice in that basket there with the noodles, and then all the tins and all that on one side. Really, I should have done it with all the baking stuff at the bottom and put all the snacks at the top, because they're in there like ferrets. It's like the chipmunks, you go into the kitchen, you're like, everything's open. Everything is open. Like, they'll open it while they're in the cupboard. They don't remove the packet from the cupboard. They just open it on the quiet, take one out, and then shut the cupboard door. So everything goes soft. A biscuit should be crunchy, not soft. This basket here has just got Nick's cereal, muesli stuff. Like, ew. He doesn't even eat it. I don't even know why it's there. I'm like, should I just bin it? And he's like, no, I'll eat that. You won't eat it. It's wasting space in my cupboard. So like dinnery stuff in the middle, and then I'm putting all like the biscuits and all the treaty stuff at the bottom. Yeah, I feel better for it. Just got to organise my bread bin, because I've got crumpets in there, which I checked in my last video as well, and they've still not been touched. The reason I've not touched them is because we don't have any Marmite, and I need to get Marmite, and every time I go to the shop I forget to get flipping Marmite. And I even heard a little old lady in there today going, oh, where's the Marmite? And the guy told her where it was, and I was like, oh yeah, I must remember to get Marmite. Look at it now. Much more organised. Look, cake baking stuff at the top, people. Cake baking. Yes, Nick's got to make brownies. So I shall be on to him later that he hasn't made his brownies like he said he's going to. There's all the curry bits in there, which are now in my belly, which are producing a nice hot fart, which I can feel still has not left the building, and it needs to. Biscuity stuff at the bottom there. I need to go food shopping again. And then it was like, do you reckon you can come and give me a hand? And I'm like, ugh. But yeah, I did. Came out and I hoovered out in here, cleaned all the whatchamacallums for one of his clients. I was like, right, okay. So I did all like I'm getting quite, I know what I'm doing now. He used to have to tell me, like, you need to do this, you need to do that. Now he just goes, right, you need that, and then just leaves me to it, which is quite nice. So I just go in here with the brush, get all the dust out of all the corners, all those little creases. It's quite satisfying, but it is very time consuming. Like, really, I was out here for hours. I don't know how many hours I was out here with him. It was a good couple. Yeah. And I just gave it all of the wipe over. He's doing the outside while I'm doing the inside. He did like waxing and polishing and all that with the little polishing machine. I'm sat in the car and always going on. I'm like, Jesus. So, yeah, doing all that. And then I gave it a hoover over. I didn't film a lot in here because he was on a bit of a time limit. And I just wanted to really crack on and get it done so that he could be done in time. But it did look really nice when the gentleman came and picked it up. It looked very nice. It smelled nice as well. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute, I'm in here doing this. My car smells like KFC. It smells like KFC, and it's got cobwebs in the corner with tiny little spiders that keep moving their way in front of me. Grim things. Anyway, all that being done, I'm now going to cook my curry. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all again in my next one. Have a great evening, my lovelies. I will see you soon.